How in the world am I supposed to come up with money for a down payment? Watch this video and I'll show you. It's not always about saving, it's how can you come up with the cash. But I'm going to give you 10 tips on how you can save for a down payment. I'm McCord with REMAX Realty Center. On this channel, I teach young professionals and growing families how to purchase homes in the Germantown, Maryland area. The first tip I got for you is to transfer a fixed amount or a set amount into a down payment fund that you create. So some people tend to want to use a different institution than their normal everyday bank, and that's fine too, however you want to work it out. But create an account that you can just dump a set amount of cash in on a monthly basis to goes right towards your down payment. My second tip seems to be one of the most unpopular tips, but you got to cancel that vacation for this year. If you want to save money and you want to buy that house, you're going to have to sacrifice, unfortunately, your annual vacation to whatever island or whatever tropical place or wherever you like to go and spend money and just kind of kick back, and it's got to go. You got bigger things to think about, houses to pay for. My third tip, nobody ever wants to hear this either. Put yourself on a budget. Everybody hates the B word, but the B word has shown and proven over time it works. My fourth tip is to pay off and pay down your high interest loans. So this high interest debt is typically credit cards, what I'm talking about. A lot of times credit cards, it's not very uncommon to see a 20 to 25% interest rate on a credit card. So think about it like this. The faster you can pay that bad boy off, the more that you can stop paying money in interest and start putting money towards that down payment fund. The dreaded and feared tip number 5, you can borrow from your family. Not many people want to. Some people have to. Some people want to and have to. If you got to, borrow from family. Yeah, it stinks, but if you want the house, you got to do what you got to do. Make sure that you pay them back. They might be worse than the bank. Tip number 6 is borrow from yourself. Sit down with HR and see if you can borrow against your retirement accounts. Sometimes you're able to do this without penalty, and it all just depends on the company and the way that it's set up. You might have to pay it back before you can start to contribute more to it. But if you're looking to buy a house and you're short on cash, you can borrow against yourself. Number 7, you can sell some of your stuff. And by sell some of your stuff, I don't mean just sneakers and stuff like that. But if you have assets, other assets, whether they are stocks, bonds, mutual funds, whatever the case may be, other real estate, you can sell that to gain more capital to purchase your home. Tip number 8, everybody seems to be talking about this nowadays. Get yourself a side hustle. So anything that you do outside of your 9 to 5 to make some extra cash, do that times 10. Bring in as much money as you possibly can, because down payment, usually not cheap. Tip number 9, you can make a deal with the seller. Usually it's a commercial real estate deal where they talk about talking and working with the seller to utilize things like seller financing. It's possible to use that for residential properties as well, but just talk to the seller. There might be some things that you guys can work out so that you can get into the house. And last but not least, tip number 10, down payment assistance programs. You can check your county and state websites, talk to your lender. There are plenty of programs out there that do give you a little bit of assistance towards your down payment. Sometimes there's some hoops to jump through and some things you have to do, like sit through seminars and classes and fill out paperwork. But hey, it's money for your down payment, so it might be worth it. So check it out. Make sure you click the link. I pulled this together in a PDF format so that you can not only just watch this and see my beautiful face and hear my beautiful voice, but you can also read it and print it out and use it however you'd like.